Hello friends of software entertainment, my name is Roland, I am PHP trainer and consultant from Duisburg, Germany. Today I want to talk with you about the future of web design, self-editing pages and the power of the Zulu CMS. Welcome to my channel. In my last tutorial series, you learn a lot about content types and how to make templates editable. But in this video, I want to give you a vision of web design and what I think about web pages and the different kind of content pages. So let's have a look on the Never Code Alone page. You know, this project is totally open source. It's on GitHub, and when you have any technical questions, just leave it here in the comments or get in contact with me on any other channel like you want. So first of all, I have here a super normal marketing slider about actual advertising, like my remote PHP training or my testing company. This is something quite normal in the world now. I want to go away from sliders, but on this page I still have a slider. Under this section here is event slider, and this event slider is generated out of the events that are added here on the page. The special thing here is that when I do some events just on Meetup, they will be merged here directly in this events. And this is super cool because I do a user group, and when I published one event to Meetup, it's by itself directly here in the page. This is a super cool feature. Here's some bug with the year sorting. This is not a problem for now, but it's a very cool feature. After this, there is a normal multi-slider element, what would be editable by the backend editors. And down this here are my blog posts for my WordPress blog. And when I publish a new blog post, this would be just integrated here, and there's a web service working. And yeah, that's this page here. So there comes in some content from social media directly to the page. This is not content that is an iframe or plugin or widget or whatever. It's real content. You have it really here in our structure, and this is super cool because when we see our trainings, this is a more modern layout here. I also use different kind of layouts here. So we have this PHP training, and this page here is totally generated by itself. Nobody can edit here some things, I think. We have here our trainings, and these trainings are automatically generated from the subpages. It's a title, it's a description here, and an image, and sure, a link to the target page. Under this are my YouTube videos from the people who made the trainings with me. And these are also not any kind of YouTube widgets or that you can just run this video here. It's content what I grab from the API and will render this to my page. And this is a very good thing, and Google likes this much. And they say, hey, you got it. You understand the web. Get our content to your page and we will rank you up. This is also happening on the recommendations. I don't have so far recommendations. I'm working on it, and then I also will implement it here. And Google Maps or whatever you have from Google, put the things to your page, and this page will rank up when it is real content and not iframe content or whatever. And yeah, that's the page. And this is very good because I don't have anything to do with this page. I just edit my trainings or just upload a YouTube video, and the rest is done by itself. Okay, so when we will see a training here, a training every time has a video or maybe just an image. Then there is a headline, there's a description what is in the training. Then there is a quote from somebody who has made this training and what you need for the training, and a structured plan what we will do on day 1, what we will do on day 2, and so. And as an editor, you just want to edit this kind of items. You say, hey, here's a headline, here is a video, here is a price or whatever, and you want to don't think about what you have to do on the right corner and that you have to select the right content type. You just want to fill all the information of a training in one page. And you also want that this page or the information of the page on other pages will be there automatically. Like you see on my last videos, there is also the possibility of blogs. Website, we have Sprint, Web Sprint. We have a new name, by the way, for it. But we have this Web Sprint here. And yeah, this Web Sprint has one layout here, and editors want to be here more flexible. They want to say, hey, I want to add here a headline and a text, and I want to add here a banner, and they want to build this page like they think they want it. This is okay for pages like this here, a marketing landing page maybe, but it would be super annoying for the courses, for our PHP trainings, when everybody will build the page like he wants or she wants. Because then the user has on every training, he maybe check training and say, hey, we want PHP training. Oh, they have testing and they have something about the Zulu CMS. So they want to click through the trainings and they want to realize super fast that they have learned from the first training where the informations are and what they want to know. And when they go to the second training, they want to see the same structure. And these are two kinds of web design editing concepts. One, you have a central data set editing, and one, you want to build free websites like you want to build as editor. Okay, so far so good. Let's take a look in the development area and the metrics. We go to the terminal and say NCA Zulu, and I was working here on something. The CTA button from the last video, I think the page is working totally good. So I can start this here. And now we have the page. So let's check out the pages that we built here, and then I can show you how to make these things happen. Okay, we log into the backend and then we will check the start page. The start page is just here. And on the start page, as you see, you have a slider with these two elements. It's loading a bit here because I started in my local environment for now. And then you have here this event carousel. You know that there are items from Meetup together with items from my pages. And yeah, the rest here is some really simple elements. So let's see this event carousel here. We will open PHP Storm for this project. Okay, now it's open, and go back to our admin area. And on this admin area, you see that here our template is home page. And on this home page, you have here the event carousel, and here you select a page and you can say, okay, select the source, include sub-elements. This is not so necessary when I'm on this level, because this is if also second level, and every level will be here. So this is only the root level, and that's it. You just have to say, okay, select source NCA events. We can check this here, our web space, and then we have here our pages, and there are the events here on this level, and every of this event will be rendered to the front end. So we will check the configuration and template file for now. Configuration, templates, pages, homepage, and on homepage you see here we have the blocks from the slider, so it's an easy header here. And after this, you got this event carousel. And what is the event carousel doing? The event carousel has smart content. Smart content is a great feature of the Zulu CMS. With this smart content, you can select pages and get information from those pages. You can also say, hey, please give me limit to 5 or 20 or whatever, how many items you want to get. And you can also do pagination here if you want, but for now we only want a few information, and this few information is the article and the URL, but also the title. And here you can say that every information you give it a key that will be rendered to your Twig content later, like the excerpt title or excerpt tags here. Let's check the backend from an event. So we just have to check what event we can see here, like this here. And then you will have here the excerpt information. And on this excerpt information, you got a special title. Maybe it's shorter or whatever. And maybe you have a special description And you also can say that you have here an image. And this image is also important for social media marketing. I will explain it on a later series, but for now you just can say that this is a background image. And as you see here, this background image is not this image here from the header. But maybe you want to render more information to the front end. Let's check the front end. By the way, what information is here? So you have here date, this event image from the excerpt image. You have a title, you have a full date, you have a link to a blog post, you have a description, and you have a donation. Every time when we make an event, we sponsor some social institution. We collected 5,000 euros in 3 years, roundabout. And there is also a target, like this here, they support kids with computers, and a really cool. So we got this information here, and when you are editor, you don't want to think about, oh, I need a blog post for the start page and whatever information you want to edit in context of an event. You just want to edit this here on one page, on one event, and we have here all this information. We have here a special padding because there are different kind of logos of the sponsors. We have a town, we have a date, we have an event link for our Eventbrite where you can buy your tickets. We have a preview image link when we want it. We have a blog post, we have a blog headline by ourselves to make a headline that has the right size here. We have a social institution link, and we got this text, and we got a donation and much more information. And the editor just can say, okay, new event, and everything is on one page, and he just can say, okay, so here, this information, that are the speakers here, this is the counter, this is the overview, and you see here a timetable. These are very much informations, but when he wants to add a new speaker or replace a speaker, he know, oh, I just go to one single point of information and edit it there. So when you say, hey, the location will change, then you just can say here somewhere is an iframe for Google Maps and the location where the event is. It's anytime the same town, but maybe you have to ship on any other location, and then you can just say it here, okay, make it happen, and everything is cool. I think editors don't want to bring here own chaos, that they say, hey, the jobs, here are maybe some jobs, what the sponsors can say, they provide a few of jobs because they are searching for developers. And yeah, then they have here a job list, and they don't want the job list now on top or on bottom. And we don't want that the sponsor says, hey, make everything on another styling or on another sorting. This is really good thing, and I can say when you are building websites, think about it. If you can use this, that your editors bring up information in this structured content. This is so much easier and so much more powerful to bring out content easy. Another example are just a little thing about the Meetup service. When you want to bring web services to your page, and you as Symfony developer, you love web services, you can just say, hey, please, Zulu, for the homepage, don't use your custom controller, please use my controller. And under app controller, page controller, homepage is all the magic that will happen here. Let's check out this beautiful class. The page controller, training overview, also a page what we want to look at. Employer branding, conference, homepage. Homepage, you have here every time the same things that you have to inject. And then you have here just a return. You see here that I have also something that I have to handle with cookies. It's an update. It will have a new structure here. But you see here render structure, and you just have an array here, and you can put in this array whatever you want. So when we just will say here, okay, we have here now our YouTube video content. I think I have to do real key video content. I just can say here, blah, 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 and works for me. When I check the homepage trick, where it is, and dump this, normally you dump content, but these keys are one level higher, so you have to say dump internal directly on this key, and you will re-render the front end. Then you will have here our blah blah blah. And this is very, very powerful because you can just get all information that you can get with PHP to your front end. And now you also will understand, can revert this here, we can also revert this here, how the Meetup next events will come in as Meetup next events, or the block list. Maybe this is a bit easier. The web service is a bit easier. We have this WordPress service here, and this get items from blog. And so we just have a web service here, like you know from other and all your Symfony projects. Still remember, this is a full stack Symfony CMS, so you can use your normal Symfony structure to build web pages. Configuration is here, sources here, here's our controller, and here are also our services, Meetup service, spam protection service, Twitter service. YouTube service and the WordPress service, and the WordPress service just get REST service, and this REST service here will load my last 10 pages from my block format. JSON decode return body. So I got a really clear array. We can also render this here to the key block list. And when we say, okay, please render the block list, maybe I come back like this, block list, then I have this block list here. We render the start page and it's working. I have here now my block list and first date and all the information that WordPress will give to me. I don't need anything. I need the URL, I need an image, I think, and I don't know exactly where the image is now. Just had, there are many informations, maybe under content or maybe not. I don't know. Featured media, I don't know exactly now where it is. We just can have a look here to our block list. Featured media, something like this, and then we will have this image here. Other way, same principle, and after that we will look at the content blocks. Reword this here. It's okay, so we have the overview, training overview. We have here training overview. We have here also our custom controller, because we got this nice YouTube content. A bit more complicated to get this content. But then we have here some content above, a headline, the subpoints. We can check out, by the way, the page. Headline, some things here, and we have this training here. Let's check the backend. We have this overview here. Training headline, we have a few subpoints, we have why, and you see here are our course overview, because we select here the source PHP training. Media selection, Y button, course, smart content. It's exactly the same principle here. We got here other informations. Also the trainer items. Yes, we want to know who is the coach here. We don't do something with it for now in the front end. I don't know exactly. Here, training Roland Goller, this is me, and when there is a second person, there will also be a second item here. And when there will be a second person, there will be also a second item here. Okay, and so all the information we need to give to our overview page. Super powerful, super good. The other kind of editing content is that you want to say, hey, please let me arrange the content and select the content on different kind of blocks. We have here our web sprints. Web sprints. And on this web sprint, you see here now there are different kind of sections, and the sections have here an item list, call to action, we have references and team members and another marketing content element. You see that this here is my development environment. On live, this will look a bit more detailed. So let's check here our web sprint, and our web sprint has a page educate default, and this educate default page just say, hey, you have different kind of content types like icon lists, call to action button, references. You see here our icon list, and under the icon list is our call to action button. And now the editor can say, hey, let's move this element on top of the page. This would be re-rendered, and now the call to action button is here on top. And he also can say save and publish, and he also can say, hey, give me a new block element, and then he can select from different kind of blocks elements, like another CTA button. This is a really simple element. We can say, here we go, right here, right now, by anything, and go to our training page, maybe to our training overview. It will be re-rendered, and then we have here, where it is, here we go, yeah, this is so similar because it's the same content elements here. Here we go, by anything, with a link to the page. Then we can save and publish to store this, and then we can say, okay, please give this a bit more up. This will be re-rendered here, and now we have call to action, our list, and then here we go. This is very good for editors when they want to build marketing pages. Cool. I do a video about Solo Blocks last time. It's linked here in the video description and here on top of the tooltip. We can have a little look on it. We have here our default page. I think it is this default page. Educate default. Yes, this is the right page. And this is all what you have here in this XML file, because it's loading different kind of types from and blocks XML. This blocks XML is here, includes educate blocks XML. It says, hey, here headline and description is the first element and the default element, and then here are the rest of these XML elements, and these XML elements are configured here, like the CTA button has a headline, a description, and a button with a link. And when you check out our front end, and the front end is nearby the same structure, we have this default page here. This default page is loading blocks, and the blocks is loading the block type here, so you don't have to add here every time a new block because it's going automatically, and you have here our template. So far, so good. I hope you enjoyed this session. It was not so easy for me with my English, and maybe I was too fast. Give me feedback if I could help you with any other tutorials or whatever. Give me a like and a thumb up. This will help me a lot, and see you next time.